Hello, all of you glorious people out there in internet world. I'm Jeff May. Welcome to another glorious episode of I Must Break You, the card where I break nerdy packs of non-sports cards. And usually they are some sort of theme or something like that. Today, I have a couple of really great things going on. Number one, to celebrate a couple of podcasts and a couple of announcements. I've got some Gremlins 2, the new batch cards to celebrate Nerd with Dre Alvarez that recently just dropped. It's a great episode. You're going to want to check that out. And also, it was announced that I am doing another Soundtracker episode with Spawn, and that is dropping in July. That was just announced yesterday, so I was like, well, I got these great Spawn cards from Corey Privatera, aka Science Patrol, out in Tokyo. These were in a big batch of things that he sent as well, so we're going to do that. Really excited to see people in the chat already. Hanging in there. Hey, what's up, Joseph? It's good to see you there and sounding off in the comments. And then on top of that, of course, we have the incredibly sought after Marvel Masterpieces from 1992. These are a scary thing to break for a couple reasons. Number one, this is not a cheap box. Number two, the way the gloss is on these cards, if they are stored in warm conditions, essentially they will brick up. So there's a chance that I have spent maybe a lot of money on something that is, for lack of a better term, broken. But who cares? Just making content, baby. So Zach, these are the first ones you ever opened, the Marvel Masterpieces. That's rad as heck. So what we're going to do is we're going to open the Masterpieces, and even if they are bricked up, it's going to be a really fun thing. The art by Joe Jusko is incredible. I was obsessed with the Domino card in here, so I'm very excited about that. And I'm actually going to do something. I'm going to step off camera for 2 seconds because I forgot to grab, pardon my shirt. My penny sleeves. All right, so just in case we pull anything that's going to be exceptionally valuable or whatever. Now, as a reminder, I have 2 spots on my Patreon, patreon.com/JeffMay, both the Two-Face as well as the You Get the Blank rookie card. If you are a member of one of those tiers, then a chunk of these cards are coming to you next month. Like we said, every time we do these breaks, on top of the I Must Break You, as well as You Don't Even Like Sports cards, I just read one of the comments and it was very funny. If you don't even like sports cards, as well as that, I package those up to your specific needs and send them to you. So without further ado, I'll ask in the comments, what do you think we should open first? Gremlins 2 or Spawn? It looks like I have 6 packs of Spawn because they actually come in these. If you look at the Spawn right here, they actually come in this very interesting like long box, and you can see right here it cost, I believe, 300 yen from Tokyo, from Japan. So I'm not 100% sure what that is American, but we'll see. But what should I do? We'll do Gremlins first. Let's go for the nerdy one first. Yeah, that one. So let's take a look. Let's do Gremlins 2 first. These actually, the packs feel really fresh. I think Erik Barnes got me these. I think he got theirs. So we got our wax one here. Now we carry, of course, there is gum, as you can see. And we get a wax card, but we get a Evil Mogwai Mohawk sticker. That is our gum piece right here. You can kind of feel the grit of the gum, but that is what it is. We get a shout out to Mrs. Futterman. We're not beaten yet. Kate Berenger. Ooh, a Phoebe Cates. I wouldn't mind a Phoebe Cates. In the genetics lab, we have, I love this movie. This is a great shout out. Gizmo, Marla's hero. Marla is a fascinating character. She is essentially in Gremlins 2. If you listen to the episode of Nerd, one of the funny things about it is she's an allegory for middle management in a very funny way, and she's a great card. Yeah, you see on the back, Gizmo Marla's hero. A vent in the ceiling clatters open and Gizmo drops from it using a homemade weapon, a bow made from a paperclip and rubber band with a wooden match as an arrow. He sets the mohawk ablaze and rescues the woman from a gruesome demise. I thought it was a pencil, and the wooden match is what he used to send the flaming whiteout over at it. So I'm actually going to say this is incorrect. They got this wrong slightly. So yeah, the backs are interesting. You see the Gremlins 2. The puzzle is you see the goofy gremlin right there. So we got that. But yeah, so the backs are pretty interesting. They're just little bios and stuff, but it seems like the copywriters of the trading cards aren't doing necessarily their full due diligence. But yeah, so we have, the genetics lab. The Gremlins have a field day in the Splice of Life laboratory, smashing equipment and stumbling upon curious new methods to further their mindlessly destructive tendencies. Dr. Catheter, which is a great name, by the way, looks on, astonished and impressed by the weird little creatures. It is very funny that they got Christopher Lee to play a character called Dr. Catheter. Confronting the little squirt, Microwave Marge is going to battle against the googly-eyed gremlin, so throws some cooking sherry in his face. I never understood why the googly-eyed gremlin didn't reproduce in the soup, because that was kind of water, right? The Clamp Center. Let me see that right there. Daniel Clamp setting up he's going to be setting up the whole whatchamacallit there, the awning, the setup, the tapestry that's smooth. The Clamp Centra is an awesome skyscraper tall enough to be cruised by a passing cloud. Clamp's wide-ranging empire includes construction, finance, a cable network, and a popular line of jams and jellies. We have the post-midnight snack. Oh, that's a good one. Where they're eating at yogurt. Also, I love these psychopaths in that movie that are eating frozen yogurt at like 1 a.m. And then Lenny the Mogwai. Gulp, gulp, gulp. So there we go. Yeah. Our motion is a bit Trumpy. Yeah, well, it's going to make that for a second. I think Dre in the comments is feeding lines. Dre, of course, is my co-host, Dre Alvarez from Nerd. So he's going to have a lot of input on Gremlins 2 and a lot of inside references to how we did this. So we have our gum piece over here. The gum actually surprisingly did not really ruin these stickers that bad. There's a little bit of film on it, and you can see from the angle there's a little bit there. But this is, I believe, what the puzzle is going to look like, right? If you look at that right there, and then you can see this right there. So that is that part. So we definitely have, oh, it's actually this one right down there, I guess. I don't know. I'm guessing off the top of my head, but these stickers are really rad. I really like that. So, Mala, caught in a web. This is an aggressively sexy card. Like the way they're having her posed out and everything like that. That's a very, I'd be confused. If I was a kid and I got these, I would be very confused. You're asking, why did they add gum to cards, Oliver? I believe, if I recall correctly, it's actually the opposite. It was cards being used to sell tobacco and chewing gum. So it was actually the other way around. Gizmo, the Mogwai. So this one right here, I like that they chose a terrified version of that. I'm guessing this is a low number card. Yeah, so this is number 2. If we see here, I guessed on that. That's their, obviously, I think there were Gremlins 1 trading cards. Yes, there were. So this is not the Gizmo rookie card. But yeah, it's definitely on there. We have a Mogwai on the loose. Mogwais. I always thought Mogwai was a, like, deer. Like you just always have one name for it. I don't know. Foster's new girlfriend. This is actually a very interesting storyline. The Foster, played by Robert Picardo, and the Lady Gremlin. I don't know if she's definitely a Miss Piggy allegory here on that point in time, and it's very very funny. But also, there's a lot to be said about sort of the positivity of trans people here, where you have a sexy ass lady gremlin that started out as a asexual or boy gremlin, depending on how we want to look at that. I wouldn't say asexual, but non-binary or whatever. Gremlin Stew. We have the googly-eyed gremlin. I'm guessing. I wonder if Gremlin Stew. Where's that Marge card? So confronting the little squirt, right here. I wonder if these are going to be connected. Like if this is going to be card 23 and then that's going to be 24. So this is 38. So what do we think? Do we think that's going to be 39? It is! Yay, I love having sequential cards. So Gremlin Stew followed by confronting the little squirt. That's great. Good for them. And now we have Divine, Simply Divine. God, these are so good. This is a great card. Whoever gets this card in the mail, I'm actually very jealous of, because that's a really cool card. Ooh, okay. Okay, look at that. We have a Lady Gremlina, question mark here, and this right here is great. Let's see if they name her in the back here. Chaos ensues in the laboratory as more gremlins go after more vials, and scientists' effort to stop them result mainly in trashed equipment. One of the little devils tries a vial marked sex hormone. Did it say that? And the inevitable transformation leaves Dr. Catheter speechless. That is fascinating. That's very funny. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll keep that for the PC. But yeah, so there we go. Lady Gremlina, question mark. Hit the Road Bat. This is a good one. It's really funny when we have the Tony Randall character that they reverse engineered a way to make a joke about marketing in Warner films, in a Warner film. I thought that was very funny, and a great little bit that they do in Gremlins. So, yeah. The Splice-O Life madness continues. A gremlin mutant with advanced intelligence speaks eloquently while aiding his reptilian cohorts in the transformation process. The now fully formed bat gremlin takes to the air, soaring near the ceiling as frantic scientists chase him. Which, shout out to those scientists for even trying to grab him. And then finally, Gizmo's Farewell, that's a interesting title, and that is card number 88. That is our wax card. As you can see, it's a little bit bumped in there, but really crisp on the front, really well centered. Great cards. So we have Gizmo's intro and Gizmo's goodbye, and boy, those are interesting choices. Very interesting choices indeed. So that's our Gremlins 2 packs. And again, those cards will be sent out to people that are at patreon.com/JeffMay. They get those. So these Spawn cards, these are very interesting. They are a power booster. They're from a card game that I never played. I never even heard of this game. This is from 1995, so it's when CCGs were really starting to get, CCGs were really starting to get traction here. And I don't know what the system is like. They feel a little bricked up, but not too bad. It doesn't look like we're going to have paper loss in here. So we have some cards, and let's see. Yeah, you can hear a little bit of resistance here, but not too bad. I don't know if somebody wants to look up which card is the rare in these packs. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, it's funny. We just wrapped our nerd season on collectible card games, and we didn't get to cover the 1995 Spawn Power Cardz, cards with a Z, by the way, Power Cardz thing. But we have here, we have Cosmic Angela, which is really great. We have Hunting License, the back. Your strength is in the cards. So I'm not sure which card is like the rare in this. So if somebody wants to look that up, I'm sure Andre is already on it, but if he isn't, so we have an enhancement, the Spawn Air Cycle, a highly advanced vehicle that defies 14 laws of physics and take off alone. We have Dark Kincaid. This sort of ties back to the classic Spawn number 8, written by Alan Moore, where Billy Kincaid, who was a child murderer, gets sent straight to hell, and his experience in hell is right there. We have Spawn Alley as an enhancement. While it is in play, a character may only be attacked by a maximum of 2 characters. Oh, sorry if I had the cards out of frame. My bad. So that's Spawn Alley. We have some sweet, sweet Todd McFarlane and Greg Capullo artwork right in there. We have a Soul Scalper. Research strength was lowered. Somebody in the chat, see if you can find out which card is the rare in Spawn Power Cardz with a Z. We have Soul Scalper. We have an enhancement called Counter Enhancement, which is just basically a counter spell. This card removes an enhancement in play. Zach's looking him up. Thanks, Zach. I appreciate it. We have Massive Aura. We have Torment the Living as a mission. One player must be using all Forces of Darkness characters. Is that a card in here as well? Enhancement Bless. That's cool art. I know it's a little bit fuzzy in there, but that's really rad. First Impression. Neutralize. Look at those ribs. Look at the size of those ribs compared to the size of that man's body. And this is by Greg Capullo, who is... Greg Capullo is one of the best working artists in comics today. And it's so funny seeing this frame. Like, if you look at where those ribs are versus where they should be, it's like, Greg, what are you doing? Like, what's the goal here? Like, there's no way somebody has that much of a... I don't know. It's very... Necroplasm, which is an enhancement, can become an exact duplicate of any enhancement in play. Well, that seems like a good card. And then Drone Angels here. Now, okay, couple things. One, there are card numbers at the bottom, which you guys probably can't really see. They're really small, and I'm not in HD enough. So I'm taking a look at the numbers, right? But then I also... There's enhancement. Forces of Darkness is up in the top corner with this Kincaid, whereas Forces of Light is here with this Cosmic Angela. There's some things that have like little like casting costs. Oh, we have another card here. My bad. Ice Shrimp. Which that's very interesting. I'm going to assume that's a reference to Spawn number 8. I don't know. Yeah, these are really cool looking. I can't really tell what the rare card is, if there are any rare cards in this, or if it's like a fixed set, but they're just gorgeous. Really beautiful cards. So let's see. Also, I would like to shout out Todd McFarlane for using cardboard packaging, recyclable cardboard packaging instead of the plastic that most cards were using at the time. We have Media Contact as an enhancement. Another Neutralize. So I'm going to guess that the Neutralize card is not the rare. An enhancement, Holy Light. Now that is Todd McFarlane looking great. Change any character. Play this card to change any character card from any player to a Forces of Light character. Well, that's a good card. We have the Admonisher. Oh, we have another enhancement, Massive Will. These are gorgeous. Todd McFarlane. Todd McFarlane's getting a lot of art in here. Obviously, it's 1995, so he's still doing a lot of Spawn art, but he's also, this guy right here, Brad Gorby, who's doing the art here, is clearly you know, aping McFarlane in a good way. Admonisher is his name. I'm guessing this is a Punisher. I'm guessing this is a Punisher allegory card here. Concerned Citizens, and it looks like it's these two scumbags and a can of gasoline. That's jarring. Enhancement, the Spawn Mobile. Oh shit, they're bringing the toys in here. That is really cool. The Spawn Mobile. Oh, we have Pilot Spawn, Earthly Forces and Beyond. Is that the one you can hear? I don't know. Can you guys hear me pulling the cards apart, by the way? Pilot Spawn, that's a great card. So PS 14, like, so it has all these stats: PS, SP, HT, RS, and AU. Flight, Magic, Blast, Willpower, Invulnerability, Anti-Magic. So this is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. So this is the 8th card. It seems like this would be the rare. Let's see what over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8th card would be counter enhancement over here. That could be it. It could be the middle card. That makes sense. The overlap. We have this guy Boomer, Earthly Forces and Beyond. Forces of Darkness. We have another Soul Scalper. We have Return Fire with a Violator card in here. I think that's a Violator. It might be the Vindicator. You can never tell. McNeil and Volokov Enhancement. Oh, look at that. Mystical Sword. That's this medieval Spawn cover. Can I get it? It's a little bit. There's no way I'm going to get the focus on it here. This cover by Todd McFarlane of Medieval Spawn with the sword through Violator's head is just so good. I love that this came on a card. And another Cosmic Angela, which is going to let us know that that was not the rare. So I'm thinking it's probably going to be the 8th card. Maybe. Let's see. Stop me if you heard this one. Oh, you hear that? There you go. We have Vampire, which is a terrifying looking vampire done by Dawn Hillsman. We have a Kevin Sharp and Jerry Foley done Guardian Angel card. Okay, so Joseph in the chat said that Commando Spawn is rare. How about Pilot Spawn? Do we know if Pilot Spawn is rare? But nothing about positioning yet. Drone Angels here. Jason Wynn. So that's an important. Played by Martin Sheen in the movie. He's a major character. So, you know, and he's only the 4th card in. So who knows? Elemental Fire is an enhancement. CIA Contact with Jason Wynn again on the card. Another Soul Scream. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the 7th card. Soul Scalper. So let's see if we get a card that looks important as the next one. Mission, Kidnap Cyan. What's going on with those eyes, Todd? Todd, what'd you do with those eyes on this kid? I don't know if that's... I mean, it's a mission card. That might be something big. I don't know. But Todd McFarlane's a legendary artist, but woof. That's an interesting one to pick. So now we have the Vindicator. The Vindicator... Is this the 9th card? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Vindicator could be it too. Like, or this might just be all fully random. The Vindicator is one of the Fleabag brothers. Is that what they say? With Violator, Vindicator, Vivisector. They all look a little bit different. I believe the Vindicator is the one that does the tour in Spawn number 8. Oh, that's something. We have Abduct Wanda as a mission. And so that's something. Now, this one is Spawn 3554. I don't know if there are different versions of Spawn that have different counters in here, but that's interesting. Ice Shrimp again. We have a Guardian card, or a Cardian, if you will. We again have that badass mystical sword. God, it looks so good. That's such a good card. And Uneasy Truce. This is the one. This is by Greg Capullo. This is from the Angela comic. And Spawn and Angela team up. And it is heavily implied, if not absolutely 100% for certain that they mess around and sleep together at the end of one of the issues. I remember reading it as a kid, and it's like random. What? Okay, so looks like there's 4 packs in here, so I'm missing one of the packs of Spawn cards. That's all right. Maybe I'll find it and see if anybody put Spawn on their list of things and just send them one of the packs. I don't know. But yeah, so let's see. Yeah, there's another pack of Spawn cards somewhere. Or I'll just open them at another. I have some obscure collectible card game packs that would be funny, so I can just add it to that as well. So we have Mystical Armor Enhancement. Seems like it's a little bit out of focus. Where's the focus here? We'll just keep it there and it'll figure it out. We have the Arsenal card. That is a good one right there. We have Medieval Spawn. We have a Medieval Spawn. What is happening with my camera? It's just not here. What if I hold it here? Is that better? If I just hold the card and say Medieval Spawn? I don't know. We have, that's a cool looking one too. Enhancement Forestall. It's hard to like reset a camera. It's a very strange process by which to get cards back into camera. We have Invade Earth. Can you guys see these in the comments? I can't really tell, but we have Wanda Blake, the card Wanda Blake. That's important. We also have a Spawn 4765. So we have a Spawn with a higher number, which is probably going to have different stats. Let's take a look. I believe that was in... We had a different Spawn with a... Yeah, so we had Spawn 3554 here. And Spawn 4765, 17, 18, 15, 16, or 15, 17, 18, 15, 17, 18, 15, 16. Teleport. Okay, so their powers are different. Like Spawn's teleport, this one is teleport 8, this is 7. Magic Blast 12, Magic Blast 11, Invulnerable 10, Invulnerable 9, Anti-Magic Shield 7. So this is it looks like it is a slightly better version. So this Spawn, so it seems like the higher the number, the more powerful they are, and they also have affiliations. So yeah. So we got some good ones there. That's a good one. We got, let's see. So we had Invade Earth, Forestall, the Medieval Spawn, the Arsenal, the Mystical Armor. Now we have Kalindra looking like Dolly Parton right there. Good for her. And then she is, I believe, like a secretary angel or something. We have another Medieval Spawn, again with a different number set on there, which I think is really interesting. It's cool that they have that. I'm guessing there's some sort of replacement on there. We have a Meta Squid. Put Wanda in there. She's great. Meta Squid. We got Bums as an enhancement, which that's interesting. Another Abduct Wanda mission. So yeah, it seems like the rarity is random in here. So it says that Zach found the original booklet that came with there. So Zach, do me a favor. If you see any cards that sound rare, let me know. Final Strike. We have a Power Drain card, as well as the Crazed Klansman card. If you're wondering how edgy 1995 was, you could play a trading card game where you could play a Crazed Klansman card. Come on, Todd. Todd being Canadian, maybe he doesn't fully understand the context of that, just that they're bad guys. Zach, do me a favor if you want to, too. You can feel free to send me that list as well. We have Enhancement Force Field, Enhancement Shadow of Evil. So now we're getting some replacement cards. We have Takeover Bowery as a mission. We have Wreak Havoc as a mission. We have Forced Senses. Right there, the that Overkill card, man, that was Overkill was a really, really interesting character. Um, I really enjoyed that. We have Byron from Earthly Forces and Beyond. This is a Todd McFarlane art card. That's pretty cool. Uh, Linker, we got Tony Twist. He's a relatively big character from the comics as well. He's a big gangster. Annoyingly voiced in the Spawn animated series. He makes him talk like this the whole time. And whoever they forced to do that, man, that's a pain in the ass. Um, yeah, it's an interesting card there. We have Tiki Taki, which is a creepy, creepy card. Look at that. That is a force of darkness, so that must be some kind of demon. I gotta be honest, my Spawn lore is not incredibly hot, like really great. So I know some basics, obviously I kind of have to, but I don't know. I don't know a lot of the demons and things like that. I know that I think that's Malbolgia in there. We have another Soul Scalper. Man, this thing's a common, right? Another Ice Shrimp. Ooh, we have just classic Angela, followed by Cosmic Angela. It seems to me like Angela would be the rare. That Angela, she doesn't have a number. She's also card 002, which seems, I don't know, are the low number cards the valuable ones? I'm not 100% sure, but obviously Cosmic Angela is an uncommon. I honestly just don't know. I don't know what the deal is. It seems like they might be random. Let's see. All the Indicia doesn't say that. Spawn, ranging from common to ultra rare. Participants' places are her personalized collection of heroes, villains, and enhancements. They pit their decks against one another. So I'm going to have to figure this out. Let's find out some of those ultra rares. You know what I'm talking about? There's absolutely no logic behind numbering and rarity. All right, that's good to know. So we have Fast Attack. We have the Fuzz. We have the Victimizer, another member of the Fleabiac Brothers. So that's a cool one. I'll put that. Yeah, we can hear that slight paper loss sound. Divine Intervention. Destroy Building as a mission. That seems doable if you're from hell. Protected Senses, obviously the enhancement. We get that one again. That's clearly not rare. Billy Kincaid, again, that's the child murderer. That's sort of like the undercurrent of the first run of Spawn. And he eventually gets killed by a Spawn and sent to hell, and that's where we get that famous Alan Moore story in Spawn number 8. If you've never read Spawn number 8, you should. It's a quite a great, really creepy, but very good storyline. Smut, again, a very an important character, so I might put him over there anyway. We have another Darklands card, so that's not going to be that big of a deal. We have Partner Enhancement by Brad Gorby here, did the art. And again, it's really unfortunate when you see the seams of like a zoomed in comic book page and you can see that eye just being so incredibly far below on Angela. It's very funny. We have a Disarm card with the chains knocking the pistol out. Yeah, we can all agree that Smut is important in general. All right, yeah, we have a couple of cards. We have 4 cards kind of stuck together. We got some more Crazed Klansmen. I'm going to assume that I'm not going to send any of these out. These are going to be recycled. We have a Spawn 5776. That might be, I think, one of the higher numbers that we have here. I don't know. I'll put them over there. And we got the Air Cycle again. So my last box of Spawn cards, my last pack box. It's technically a pack because again, they're not necessarily sealed. They're just packaged and whatever here. But yeah, listen to this. I hope that's not what the Marvel Masterpieces sound like. But we have Guardian, we have Cape Attack, we have Partner. So 3 cards we've seen before, as 4 cards we've seen before now with this Vindicator. We have a higher level Medieval spawn, so that might be good. We'll put that there. You know, I'm going to put that Vindicator there anyway, just even though he's a really good one. We have Bullseye. We have Berserk. We have the Kidnap Cyan mission, so clearly that's not a big deal. Yeah, it seems like there's no rhyme or reason behind placement in these cards, that's weird. Enhancement, Spawn, Battle Horse. Hell yeah. We have Lightning Reflexes with him getting stomped out by the Clown. You know, if you're not familiar with Spawn lore, the Clown is also Violator. That's his earthly appearance, so that he can kind of go, quote-unquote, undercover. We have the Spawn Mobile again, which is awesome. Another Vampire, or Wampir, excuse me. We have Media Contact. It is crazy to me that they could sell these cards with the CNN logo on it, because I understand in the comic there's like certain parody laws and everything, but now you're marketing that parody with CNN specific logo on there. That seems like it would have had a cease and desist come in from Ted Turner on that one, but that's all well and good. And we have Enhancement Grandma Blake. The linked enhancement card protects against all attacks versus RS, can only be played on Forces of Earth and Beyond characters. So, all right. So that is Spawn. So we got Spawn out of the way. Got some good cards in the Spawn decks as well. I don't know how rare they are. I don't know how rare they are, but there we go. We got some really cool ones in there. Now let's see with Marvel Masterpieces. Now, before the stream, that Spawn expansion was the last one that Power Cardz did. Okay, that's noted. I did open these a little bit before the stream, so I wouldn't take the knife out and slice up everything, but I am going to unpack it. This is 255,295 of 350,000 cards. These are, you can get one of these boxes at Burbank Sports Cards in Burbank, California for the low price of $450. To just let you know what the rarity is of these packs, and by rarity I mean like the desirability of them. Now that being said, there's a good chance they might be bricked up. I talked them down because I said that I knew they were probably bricked up, but I would be interested in buying them anyways. And so I got to talk them down. I talked down the Card Father, as he goes by, which is just an awesome name. The people there are really cool, by the way. So let's see if these are bricked up or not. If they are, obviously it's going to be a huge bust, but still very, very fun to look through. So we'll see. They feel a little bit bricked, but not bad. As you can see, when we say bricked up, you can see that they're all kind of stuck together. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're bad. See, these ones, they just pulled apart real quick. So we have a Namer. We have Venom. Damn. Thor. Oh, yeah, these are good. Speedball. Yeah, look, there's no... It looks like we might have a little bit of something at the bottom of the bottom there in the red. Yeah, so maybe a little bit of slight corner damage here, but other than that, only on a couple of cards. You know, these are looking good. This is not bad. This is not bad at all. So we have the Speedball. We've got Thanos. Yeah, these are really great. And we have Rogue. Now, looking at the backs of these cards, these are actually the Marvel Masterpieces. What they do is they show you first appearances in the modern age. Obviously, they're not going to show you Marvel Comics #1. I might grade some of these if I pull them out. So these are the first cover appearances that they show. So they have the Journey into Mystery for Thor. Speedball, I have this card somewhere. Speedball's first appearance is an Amazing Spider-Man Evolutionary War Annual. Rogue's first cover appearance, her first appearance, Avengers Annual number 10. I think I have that somewhere. And Thanos' first cover appearance. Yeah, this is a set that is not, they're not invaluable. They can be pretty, Andre Alvarez in the comments saying he might have to bug me for that Rogue card. Buddy, it's yours. Andre Alvarez, who you might not know this, everybody, he is not just my co-host and producer of Nerd, but he is also the person who curates my YouTube and makes it look good. So, Dre, if you want it, you can have it. We got a nice, sweet Captain Britain. Let's hope that didn't cause any paper loss. No paper loss. So they're bricked, but the paper loss isn't bad. There's no paper loss. We have Dazzler. We have a Disco Dazzler right there, looking really cool. We have a badass Bishop, right? And his first cover is that 282, and it looks cool. Oh wait, no, that's the Blob. See, that's the problem with them getting a little stuck together. This Blob card I know looks really cool. I love that where he's taking the cannonball to the gut. Oh, just Dre. I'm sorry if the whole name is pronounced. Sorry, Dre. But yeah, that covered that Bishop 282 by Wiles Portacio is really cool. Blob, what's his first cover appearance? X-Men number 2? Number 3? Man. Because 2 was the Vanisher, so this must be 3, even though it looks like a 2 from here. Sorry, Dre. And then this really rad thing, which is just the face. That's cool. And Weapon Omega. This is a very unique card and such a of-the-time card to put in here. But Weapon Omega is a really, really cool one. He's an Alpha Flight character, obviously. You know, sort of meant to be like the ultimate Weapon X. Yeah, that thing card does rock. Very good. So now we bring out the... we have some Spider-Man wrappers right here. I'm trying to figure out the best way to open these to minimize any damage. Because, you know, these cards have been in here for a while. So we got Electro coming on the other end. We have Jean Grey looking super 90s hot. Joe Jusko definitely knew how to capture the attraction zeitgeist here. So let's see. We have from Jean Grey. We have, oh my God, look at that lizard. Jusko just nailing it. And yeah, these things are glossy as hell. Oh man, this Ghost Rider is sick. I know who's getting these. Unless somebody specifically requests it, I'm going to shout out my friendly neighborhood mortician, who I always send Ghost Rider stuff because it just seems extra macabre. All right, we have the cover, the box cover card. So as you can see, the Hulk card in here. Yeah, these wouldn't necessarily be bad for grading. There's no paper loss on the cards. Some of the corners are really good. Deathlock's such a great character, a Terminator zombie. It's such a rad character. And then this Electro is gorgeous. I don't think I've ever seen this Electro card. Now what we're looking for here is we're looking for like the famous battles. There are these like Spectravision famous battles cards, and those are the ones that, you know, if I pull one of those and, you know, if I pull one of those and if it's in good condition, that's a, you know, if you get that in a Gem Mint 10, those are worth. Oh shoot, yeah, there it is. There is one. So this right here, it's a Spectravision Thing versus Hulk card. See how it says 1D. Oh, look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous. I see nothing wrong with these corners. Look at how it's like shining. That is going to be an immediate sleeve. Shout out to that. Look at it. Oh my God. So yeah, these, I'm sure somebody, if you're watching, you can go on eBay and look up, you know, Marvel Masterpieces. What are they called? They're like Spectra Battles, but you see it's 1D. I forget what they're called, but they are huge. Green Goblin. I love when they do the realistic painted versions of like the classic Sal Buscema uh, in there. We got, oh, this is a gorgeous Human Torch as well. Dormammu. Yeah, I was really nervous about this box when I bought it, but you know, I paid significantly less than the $450 asking price, but this is not a cheap break. So the fact that these aren't ruined cards is actually like a big relief for me. Uh, we got an Electra card here looking awesome. You can see, obviously, you can see my light right there. Zach saying the Goblin card was the second scariest thing in your childhood after it. Hey man, if you're in the rookie card tier, I'll send you one. I'll send you that card. You can have it haunt you now. And we have Cable looking. That's an interesting look for Cable. I mean, I know it's, you know, this is 1992, so Cable was still kind of very Liefeldy, and to see it done by a painter, that's really rad. Uh, yeah, this is Joe Jusko really nailing it. I'm actually just going to pull all these cards out of the boxes, out of the box now instead of trying to pull it through. Also, this box is really great. I might. So, spoiler alert, when I'm done with like the sports cards or whatever, when I'm done with these cards, I usually take out what I'm sending to people. If there's anything that I personally want in my collection, which is very rare, but when I'm done, I just put the box out on my curb with the cards and a sign that says free cards. And there's this guy in my neighborhood with his kid, and they always come and take them when I put them out. So I don't think these cards are going to make it into that outside, but there will be other stuff. He'll get some 84 tops. Adam Todd Brown and I on You Don't Even Like Sports Cards opened up a box of 84 tops, and that was really cool. Excellent She-Hulk card. One of my favorite cards from this set. Oh my God, I love this. Jusko really knew how to do it. God, he's so good. I've met him a few times. This card right here is probably one of, if not the most iconic. This one is absolutely getting sleeved. That one, if it comes back as a 10, we're talking a few hundred, if not more. So sorry, Punisher. Sorry, Frank, but Peter is getting the attention first. So we have a Punisher card. Sabretooth looking slick. This was, you know, this was before X-Men the Animated Series really did cause Sabretooth's look to change. But this was back when Sabretooth was just like a lion man in a in yellow. He wasn't particularly bulky the way that X-Men the Animated Series created him. And I do miss this design. I miss him as being more of a feral wildcat than sort of a tank character. But what are you going to do? Yeah, as Dre said, we haven't gotten any repeat cards yet. We had a classic Nick Fury from the white Nick Fury days. There we go, getting him in there. That's a very Hasselhoff Fury. And we have North Star, such an important character in comics. This is the first mainstream character in comics that had come out as gay. And, you know, now we don't think of that as really anything. But, you know, this was, I think, the 80s when he came out. Like, it was a big deal at the time, and you know, people were real pricks about it. Um, which, by the way, thank you for those of you that are subscribing to this channel. And if you don't believe that that was an important character and card, then you can unsubscribe. Uh, Cyclops looking cool as hell. That's a good one. I can't tell if he's got hair or the skull cap, but seeing as how that's the Jim Lee version, then that would be hair. So that was very smart of Joe to do it from that angle where he doesn't have to do the hair blasting back and he can just be like, it's just a laser beam. Apocalypse. Apocalypse, really, really great card there. Oh, here's a good one too. Black Panther. That is Apocalypse, yeah. Black Panther looking really good. These cards, I'm really happy with this break. I'm very happy because I was nervous with what I paid for it. But these cards are just marvelous. This Kang looks interesting. It probably looks the least Jusko of all. This actually looks more like a classic comic book drawing. I can, you know, it doesn't look as painted as the other ones do. Um, so we got that. I think it's Gail Simone getting that one. I don't think so. We have a great Magneto card with people, bunch of tools. I think that's very funny. It's a very funny card that there's like a doorknob and a socket wrench. Like, you know, Joe just went into his garage and grabbed some things to paint and put them in here. That's so funny. Oops, sorry about the zooming issues here. It's I can't control that. What I'm noticing too is that my YouTube is not as crystal clear as I'm using OBS here, so I apologize. And it looks very clear on my OBS, but then it looks like, at least from my perspective on YouTube, that it's not as clear. So I apologize. I'll look into why that's the deal. And then we have a really badass Havoc card in here. And again, I know I mentioned this before, but if you are a member of my Patreon and you're watching this live or watching this not live, but before I send out the packages, by all means, please message me the cards that you would like in the mail. And if it's something that I can do for you, if there's any characters or something that you really enjoy, I will make sure that you get that in next month's package. All right, we have Iceman. You get Sean Ashmore to sign this. I haven't seen him in the real world in forever, but I think we're neighbors. I think we live nearby. Oh, we got Dr. Doom here. I know who wants this. I know somebody has like a dibs on Dr. Doom kind of a thing. So this is going to be a good one for him to grab. Shout out. I was obsessed with this Enchantress card. Much like I was just obsessed with the Enchantress. Again, yeah, we're zoomed out a little bit. What if I just keep it down here for a second? But funny story about the Enchantress is like, she was the first character I read in comics that was like super sexy and also incredibly evil. And I was like, well, that's going to create a new type of fetish for me as a young child. I'm sure this will be fine as I move forward in life. We got a 90s Luke Cage, looking like the most forgettable Luke Cage you could possibly find. So, poor Luke Cage when he was dressed like that. They wanted to get rid of the tiara and make him more current, and then it just didn't really work. Speaking of which, we have a Daredevil, speaking of cards that people have spoken for. And shout out to my Daredevil shirt that you probably can't see, but I am wearing one. I have somebody who's like, Daredevil's my guy. So there you go. You get Daredevil. Oh yeah, Maddie Pryor. I didn't see Maddie Pryor first. I think I remember seeing Enchantress in like a Marvel Comics Presents, and those were always super cheap at the flea market. So I get these. It was like Enchantress had like converted Wonder Man into being like a bad guy by enchanting him, and I was like, yeah, that's hot as hell. I was super into it because I was a little creep. No, you're a young, impressionable boy and you don't know any women that aren't like your mom or your mom's friends, so it's a little bit different. But then, comics do sort of have that awakening energy to it, and it is weird. It's unfortunate. I actually really like So this is Megan. Megan was a part of Excalibur at the time, and Megan was super attractive, but her story was that she was a changeling. So if you look, they actually he made her look a little bit more feral in there, like more like a sort of like a bat or werewolf kind of looking creature, and it's a really cool choice. We got Morbius up in this. I got a friend who definitely said, or a patron that said, if you got some Morbius, let me know. Classic checklist. I know somebody wrote checklists on their love. Um, Speaking of which, if we want to talk about characters that send people online, that wake them up, I mean, the White Queen, another one of those characters. Okay, I guess I can understand why I was so into these cards when I was 10 and 11 years old. Like, come on. Joe, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And I'm sure that hasn't ruined me for people in the future. I think, and then we have an amazing, gorgeous storm. That background took time. Uh, Bob Shaw's saying that Archangel card was a favorite as a kid. Yeah, I was obsessed with Archangel as a kid too. Yeah, this was that's something. That's a good card. uh, Yeah, and by the way, if you message me and say you want that card, I'll send it without asking any questions. I'll just be like, I understand. I am here for you. Yeah, right? This is not safe for work here. But yeah, Dre, you did mention a very interesting thing is that we haven't gotten one repeat card in this entire box here. Right? So luckily, we only have one Quasar card. Quasar, man, what a nerd. So, yeah, his first appearance on a cover was lame. The Sandman looks great. He looks like mutant Popeye, I guess, in there. I always liked Sandman. I gotta be like, I see Zach. You're asking how many packs to a box. Kind of a lot. If you look here, like I still have to go through this. So that's gonna be. There's a lot here. This is going to be a bit more than I thought. I actually probably wouldn't have opened the Gremlins and Spawn cards as much, but I just wanted to celebrate Nerd as much. But I didn't realize there'd be so many packs here and that they would take so much effort. But yeah, we have Night Thrasher, Nova. This one looks good. This one looks a little cartoony. How about just a Mephisto? How about the Devil? How about just a card that is the Devil? Joseph, I am going to be doing all of these packs today. This is what I said I was going to break, so I'm probably going to do that. Oh, I can't really tell. Yeah, I'm looking really quick in here. So I apologize if I'm misattributing quotes in the comments that are live. Ooh, I'm seeing our first repeat card will be a Jean Grey. I mean, will be, whatever. Shatterstar, I loved this character. I absolutely love Shatterstar. Oh, I saw Bob Shaw's in here and he was saying some of his favorite cards too. That's really cool. This Nomad card is really cool as well. Nomad was such a unique character at the time. Number 70. This Psylocke card was, at the time, probably the most popular card. And the reason for it should be obvious, I think. I mean, Psylocke was an insanely popular character anyway. But this specific card, I think you can probably figure out that it looks like she's in space, and it looks very cold in space. So shout out to Joe. That we got some Moon Knight up in this piece. Heck yeah, Moon Knight. We have a Namorita card. That's actually really well. I mean, actually, they're all really well done. But yeah, that looks really great. And then we have our first double with Jean Grey. Not a bad second card to pull. The smoking hot redhead. Yeah, yeah. You say it in the comments. Not a bad comic. Not a bad card to look at a second time, right? Yeah, Doc, you're mentioning that Thomas Hayden Church. What a great, what an absolutely fantastic casting he was. He really was. We have this really rad bullseye shirt card. That is really cool looking. Just get the real mania of him. Colossus. I loved Colossus. When I played the X-Men arcade game, I usually mained him for a while. Adam Warlock. What did you guys think of him in Guardians of the Galaxy 3? I actually really liked his characterization. Oh, an impossible pose for a fantastic card. Shout out to 10-year-old me for being stoked that this card exists. I'm going to put that in a separate pile. No. Look at that Juggernaut. That's a great Juggernaut. It's also, you can tell he's really a Silver Age style design on that Juggernaut, which I think is really cool. He went for that more Kirby style, which I really like. And a very sinister Loki. That's a really good one. That's a gorgeous use of color. Gorgeous use of color there. Is my water bottle here? Yeah, it is. Turns out talking to yourself, essentially, for an hour without taking a drink, that's a problem. As I spill water all over the cards. All right. Also, shout out to my hilariously unkempt beard that I have going on. I hit this point where I can't really shave until I get a haircut, and I don't have time to get a haircut because I'm doing too much work. And so I am officially too busy to groom myself. So shout out that. We got another repeat. It's going to be Juggernaut. Oh, we got another repeat as well with Lizard, but that's... Who cares? That card looks so good. That's a good repeat card to have. So that'll be good if and when I send one of these out. And I'm probably most likely going to send a couple of these out, by the way. So if some of you are into grading, well, this might be the ones to grade. Another Ghost Rider. Yeah, so we're getting in that repeat section here, which I'm not really mad about. This Hulk. That's a good repeat. Okay, so this is just a repeat pack, which I'm okay with. And also the collation is really good. I don't remember any of these cards being in the same pack. We have the Electro and the Juggernaut as well. Like those dynamic poses, those like from... You know, it's funny too when you look at like how you want a character to be portrayed. Ooh, excuse me. You know, you can see, and when I turn, you can see the mullet that I have starting up in there. Good for me. That lower angle shooting up is really good if you want to display sort of a menacing power through there. Whereas, yeah. So if you do something sort of from above looking down, it's going to be more of a diminutive shot. More for, you know, effect of angle than, you know, the power from coming below. So we have that Green Goblin. I remember my friend's boss got arrested in Portsmouth, New Hampshire for criminal mischief. And for the rest of he like ran through a historical fence or something like that and got in trouble. And we had never heard of criminal mischief before, so we just started calling him the Green Goblin from then on because that just seemed like a criminal mischief-ass character. We got the Human Torch. Did we have Dormammu yet? Did we pull Dormammu? I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna put him in the maybe stack, and then if you guys remember, we have this Electra card. Cable. Oliver asking me if there is a particular decade of comic art that I prefer. I mean, not really. I think the 60s is really strong, but it's also like it's building block strong, so it's not particularly the greatest. We did pull Dormammu. Okay, it's not particularly the best. I mean, I think every year gets better because a lot of the people that were working in say the 90s still make art now. So like if you're like, oh, the 90s were the best because you had Jim Lee, Todd McFarlane, Rob Liefeld, if you like that, whatever. And it's like, yeah, but also those people are still doing comic art. So I don't know. I feel like every decade gets better. Um, who knows? We got some new character. Apocalypse. This is not new because I know we saw him before, as well as Black Panther. Mr. Fantastic. That is so cool looking, though. Do we pull Mr. Fantastic? I think we did. I know we haven't seen this one, though. This Tombstone is low-key one of the most underrated cards in this entire set. Like that, if you look at like it's a little skull in his eye, like that is such a great card. God, that's gorgeous. That Tombstone is sick. All right, what card are you stuck to? Oh, there he is. This Wolverine. When I first saw this, I hated it. I hated this card when I first saw it. It wasn't my Wolverine. Wolverine has a mask. Wolverine has pupils. Like Wolverine, this wasn't what I wanted out of a Wolverine. I look at this card now and it is so cool. Like this card is so awesome. I love it so much. It's so rad. Um, Silver Surfer. Again, another classic card from that. Yeah, I love this Wolverine card. What I hated about that too is like they use this card for a lot of the advertising, as you can tell, because Wolverine's incredibly popular. And I didn't think it was Jusko's best. Um, uh, I did not like it. And now I look at it and I'm like, this thing shreds so hard. I'm really looking for that Domino. Domino was the card that I was obsessed with. Um, I was obsessed with as a kid and as an adult. I think it's probably one of the most gorgeous cards. We got that Loki again, getting into some mischief. We got another Green Goblin getting into some mischief, some criminal mischief. Another Human Torch. Another Dormammu, who's an Inhuman Torch, as you can tell. Another Elektra, and a Cable. So that's, I guess, the benefit of having this many packs is you do get a lot of options for if you're mailing stuff out. That if you're like, oh, two people like Cable. Well, luckily I have not just two extra cables, but one that I can keep for myself. Oh, look at that Black Widow. I miss this design for Black Widow. They never used it. Obviously, Scarlett Johansson, they're not going to give that sort of... oh, I'm blanking on her name right now, but the chick from Red Sonja, that hair style and the gray with the black. I actually really liked this Kingpin card a lot. This Kingpin looks really cool. It's just like a mean guy. I love that. Oh, so it looks like Major Victory. It looks like we have a group of cards we haven't seen yet. So I'm guessing the collation is close to fixed, but not entirely. We got Hawkeye looking great. I really like this Invisible Woman. I like her really fantastic mom hair, but also just the way this is painted is super cool. I really like that. It was Brigitte Nielsen. That's who I was thinking of. Yeah. Yeah, if you look at Black Widow, you could see that they kind of brought on that like 80s Brigitte Nielsen style haircut in there. This Invisible Woman, that's a good one. And oh, this Dr. Octopus is really cool looking. That looks great. Just... Although I don't always love when they make these characters really muscly. I would have liked to have seen Dr. Octopus be kind of a fat guy. Because that's his thing. Like he doesn't have to be jacked. Not every superhero should be jacked. Kind of got really bummed when they would start doing that. we can tell we have a Sauron coming here, and I am very excited to see what that looks like. If you don't know, Sauron is the giant flying dinosaur. Ooh, another one of these tombstone ones. This is a good one. This one is definitely going to my friendly neighborhood, mortician tombstone. That's just fitting. Another Wolverine. Too bad he's not the doo-doo suit Wolverine, because somebody has doo-doo suit Wolverine on their list. The brown and yellow. Unfortunately, that's the yellow and blue. That's a Lost in Space mom, Invisible Woman. That's very true. Wasn't in the movie, wasn't it? It was Mimi Rogers, right? She was the mom. It was like William Hurt and Mimi Rogers. And then it was like Heather Graham was in it. I don't know. Heather Graham and Mimi Rogers. That's a smoke show factory. Silver Surfer. We have a strong guy. We got Guido here. Really great card. I actually just got him recently on Marvel Snap, which I unfortunately started playing, and that's the problem. I'm gonna have to delete that app off my phone. Quicksilver running through garbage to show how fast he is. That's a good one. And then set the one card. Yep, Quicksilver. And then, ooh, this does look cool. Look at Sauron right there. Flying. It looks like he's flying right. So you see the snow-capped mountains there. I believe Sauron lived at this time in the Savage Land, which is in the Antarctic. So it's him, I'm guessing, flying out of the Savage Land into a frozen hellscape. Yeah, you know, Lost in Space, you said it's a great bad movie, and I don't necessarily agree with you that it's great, but it is definitely a bad movie. But it's also a bad movie that has Mimi Rogers in it, so I was okay with it. Oh, we got another strong guy. Hey, look at that. Hey, Guido. What cover? What's his first cover? New Mutants Annual #1. That's him? That strong guy right there? That's a weird. I don't like my strong guy like that. Quicksilver, first cover appearance is X-Men #4. And that Sauron again. Sauron, I love how Sauron got like popularly memed with with that line that you could cure cancer, and he's like, I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn everyone into dinosaurs. That's great. Great Nightcrawler. Really good Nightcrawler card there. Big fan. Ooh, we have Phoenix. I think her first cover is at 199. Yep, X-Men #199. You probably can't see it from that angle, but I had this. I was obsessed with it. And this Killer Mojo card. That is great. What's his first cover appearance? It was a long shot, right? Yep, it's long shot. Is he on the cover of that? I guess. Can't really tell. That's long shot #3. Drawn by the very talented Art Adams. Dre, you're asking if we have the same pack twice. No, we haven't gotten the same pack twice yet. We've gotten some cards similar, but they've definitely had different situations in there. We have another Iceman looking good. Oh, another very good Doctor Doom. Another Enchantress. I'm going to put that one aside. Just going to put that. It's funny if I do all like the big pulls or whatever, and and I just have just all the Enchantress and Silver Sable cards, just all the hot ladies. We got Luke Cage. We got Daredevil. And that killer Archangel card. I love the funny thing about Daredevil. I remember when I was watching the first season of the show with my co-producer from Mint on Card, Lisa Harden. She's also one of my best friends. And I noticed she was skipping the intro, and I was like, "Why do you keep skipping the intro?" And she's like, "I don't care." It's like, "Oh, they got a really fun song. It's it's the one where they go Daredevil," and she was like, "Oh, that sounds cool. Yeah, I'll watch it." And then she was watching it, and she's like, "Oh, I didn't see it." And then I was like, oh, well, we'll have to watch it again. And I just kept tricking her into watching, expecting like a very like 1960s song to play. And it never did. I don't know, probably funnier to me than to you specifically, but I'm filling time. Mr. Sinister, Mr. Essex. This Ultron looks pretty cool. Very comic-y, but you know, painting metal on nothing is that's gonna do it. Ultron looking pretty cool. Oh, this Wonder Man looks great. I don't think I've ever seen this card. I love this card for as much as I don't give a gosh darn about this character. Boy, do I not care about this guy. Oh, Sleepwalker. Oh my God, they got Sleepwalker in here. I was wondering if Sleepwalker was actually going to make it into this set. Sleepwalker was such a weird product of the 90s. It was this character that like basically kind of like a parasite that locked onto this kid and would come out and basically fight crime when the kid was asleep. So this guy and this kid, or this weird bug demon thing, and this kid had to come up with like a you need to sleep and I need to do this thing. It was a brilliant idea. I'm bummed it never really stuck. Super Skrull looking slick, right? Super Skrull is such a fun card, fun character. And Red Skull, yeesh. I mean, it looks great. It really does. But that's such a jarring character. Hoping for an Omega Red pull. Zach, I hope we'll get an Omega Red. That's the one where he's got the tendrils all over him, huh? All right, let's see. Oh, we're going to have another ripped Dr. Octopus is coming. We have the Brigitte Nielsen Black Widow. Kingpin. Major Victory. What's his name? Vance Astro? Was that what was his name? Vance Astro. Okay, so it is that character. All right. We have a hot guy. Another fine as hell, lost in space, invisible woman. And a jacked up Dr. Octopus looking strong as hell. So that's our first pack of all repeats, I think. Maybe second. Ooh, that's going to be a good one coming. Some people are going to be happy that I'll have more to share on that. Shadowcat. So that's another new card, a card we haven't seen before. Nightmare. Can't really see it's Nightmare, but it's Nightmare. Nightmare, a classic Doctor Strange, a very sort of like the Darkstalkers era of stuff where it was like, you know, he's Doctor Strange, and I think he battled Sleepwalker a couple times and stuff like that. We have a nice Professor X just sitting there with a clipboard and a pen. Classic Professor X. These are a little bit early for Exodus, Doc. You are right. I think Fatal Attractions is going to happen either the year these came out or right afterwards. That's where Exodus became sort of really well known. We get that Namer. And then some people are going to be happy because we have an extra Venom, which means that I have spares to send out. Joe Gonzalez saying he's bummed Slapstick didn't make it. Yeah, his rookie card was Marvel Masterpieces. I mean, Marvel Series 3 cards. And it was a rookies card, and I was obsessed with that character. I loved Slapstick at the time and was really excited when they brought him back in the Avengers Initiative, which was, I think it was like Dan Slott and Stefano Caselli were writing that. It was really great. This is a killer Galactus. I don't know if you can see. I'll try to angle it, but there's like doomed creatures that are dying and running for their lives at the bottom of this. That is a morbid card. Classic Captain America piece. Look at that. Look at that. I want to put that on a pickup truck while I'm trying to storm the Capitol. Darkhawk made it in, though. Look at that. He came out right around the same time as Sleepwalker when they did like that big Rookies initiative. I think it was him. I think they did like the new Ghost Rider. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Battle Spectra Wolverine v Sabretooth. Another one in good condition can go for a lot of money. And a slick Johnny Blaze. Look at that. What a pack. Looks to me like we have a little bit of corner wear on that. So I'm not 100% sure this will make it into a grading scenario. But what a gorgeous card anyway. Just look at that. Yeah, this would be closer to, I'm guessing, an 8 or a 9 because of those corners. But, man, what a cool card to pull, man. That is rad. That is a good one. Nice. Look at that. We got two of these Battle Spectra cards. Look at those. What are the odds? Does it say so on the packaging? No. Nowadays on packs of cards, they'll tell you what the odds are of getting. They'll tell you the odds of you get 1 in 10 packs will do this, 1 in 8 packs of this. So I'm not 100% sure how many Battle Spectra. Is it on the box maybe? No. We get a slick Thor card. You get a Speedball. Mortal enemy of John Belushi. Another Thanos. Look at that. He's just really thrusting his power forward, if you know what I'm talking about. We got a Rogue Sugar. One of my good friends, Chris Ward, who used to work for Wizard Magazine. We used to go to C2E2 to the Chicago Comics and Entertainment Expo, and he would stay with us in our suite. And one of the people we were staying with was cosplaying as Rogue, but she went downstairs to like go on the con without her cosplay. So Chris wore her Rogue costume and just walked around calling himself Brogue. And it was one of the funniest things that I'd seen in a very long time, because when she saw him in the costume, she lost her goddamn mind. Another great Shatterstar. And this cool ass looking Nomad. I love, because Nomad is a weird character. It's like a guy with long hair and a shotgun. It's like one of the old Buckies or whatever, right? His name's, yeah, Jack Monroe. And he was just like, it was like Renegade, like Lorenzo Lamas ass looking dude driving around. So to make that card like a more wanted poster, to have it popping out of that, it's a very unique choice. It's a cool way to make that character look really neat. Dre, you're asking, has he been on the pod or will he be? Yeah, Chris and I, he is going to be on the pod. We've tried to organize it a little bit, but he's a busy guy. He actually works in advertising and is one of Missouri's top pinball players. So he and I, and this was, we both got heavily into pinball after we were like hanging out a lot back in the day. So it's really funny to see that. We have the leader. Also, last time I was in St. Louis, I stayed with Chris. The Mandarin. Oh, that looks great. Really menacing. Ooh. Hobgoblin. Looking a lot like, because this is when Hobgoblin was infused with a demon. I think they're going to explain that on the back. I wonder if they'll explain that he's kind of a mix of a demon. So, employing the weapons and methods of Spider-Man's old foe, Green Goblin, the man who wears the mask of the Hobgoblin sells his unsavory services to the highest bidder. For a while, he became blah, blah, blah. But for a while, he was more than a costume criminal. He became a literal goblin, but recently he shed his demonic aspect and returned to his mercenary ways, despite the horrifying changes. So they're basically, it seems to me like they came in and they're like, yes, we know you. He painted him like that, but he's actually not a goblin anymore. He was one of yeah, Cap also did Nomad. Nomad Joseph is a common name in Marvel that they use for characters that like lose an identity. We have this slick Iron Man card here. That was back when nobody... Whoa, that looks cool. Is this low-key one of my favorite cards in here? At least my favorite card with a dude. That is a slick-looking Doctor Strange. I like that a lot. Oh, and a very good Gambit. Back when you could put a cigarette in his mouth before Joe Quesada came in and said nobody could have cigarettes in their mouths anymore. Good smoking Gambit. Yeah, that was back when Iron Man was not particularly popular. Iron Man was like, he was a classic character, but nobody really gave a care about him, which is very interesting. It's a very weird choice. We have another Psylocke. Again, no questions asked if that's the card you want. Yeah, Strange pondering the orb. We got another Moon Knight looking cool as hell. I liked Moon Knight. Because with Batman, we talk about on Tom and Jeff Watch Batman a lot about how Batman is crazy. And Moon Knight, they address it as the character. Another Namorita. We get our first third. We get a third Jean Grey. The people know what we want. As well as another Lizard. And Ghost Rider. Heck yeah. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 packs left of these. You know, I am not mad about these packs. I got them for less than half of the asking price. And that is a good deal in any world. We got another Cyclops. I never really liked when they made Cyclops really muscular, because his whole point was that he was called Slim, and people used to call him Slim because he was really skinny. And I think like really Frank Quitely nailed it really well, and Phil Jimenez did. We have Black Panther. We have Apocalypse. We have Kang. Again, this Kang looks very cartoony. It looks like he didn't do a lot of the shading on it, and I actually find it very refreshing to see that. We have Tools Magneto and Havoc. Look at that. Yeah, I haven't seen the trailer for Kraven. I like to avoid trailers. I want to just see a movie. I just want to go to a movie and see it and have them tell me, hey, this movie's coming out. Another Wolverine, baby! Silver Surfer. Another strong guy. Quicksilver. I love that we have 2 X Factor characters in a row. Sauron. And Nightcrawler. What was Sauron's first cover appearance? X-Men 60. I always like that you just have a telepathic mutant pterodactyl man coming after you. Oh, don't feel bad about that, Doc, for saying that out loud. Most people see it, and it's kind of my job to see it, but I have a lot of friends that are internet pundits, and all they do is they watch trailers and talk about them and put them on there. And I get that it's easy, popular content, and you can do it real cheap and everything. It's not me. Sandman looking great. Night Thrasher. These really are really gorgeous cards. Getting mad that I haven't come across that Domino card though. Nova, Mephisto. Another Mr. Fantastic. And another Tombstone. And again, that Tombstone just looks so good. Yeah, the ads for that Wolverine were everywhere. You know, tear into them or something like that. Also, I apologize if my camera placement is a little too aggressively close to my face. Oh, look at that. We got another Wolverine Sabretooth Battle Spectra. This one looks like it is in cherry condition. Okay. Okay. All right. We're going to put that in a penny sleeve. I got to get there. I know there are penny sleeves they sell that have little corners cut off so you can just slide them right down, but That is rad as hell. What do you ask? Was there something behind Tombstone? I don't believe so. The Tombstone was the last card. Um, we have another Phoenix. That's the Rachel Summers Phoenix. Mojo, Sinister, Ultron, and that really cool Wonder Man where he's a great character too. I really like Wonder Man. Oof. The Tombstone, there was no card stuck to Tombstone. It did look thick. These cards are thick in general, but looking back, yeah, there was nothing attached to Tombstone. Uh, but I will triple check when I go through all that. All right. I mean, those two Battle Spectra Wolverines, that's cool as hell. Wait, is this not the set with Domino? Or is it another? It must have been another Marvel Masterpieces set that I'm thinking of. I must be thinking of the one afterwards. But it is Joe Jusko that painted it, so that's upsetting. Got the Wolverine again. That's pretty rad. Silver Surfer. Those are collated together. Is that we have Strong Guy? Does that mean we're gonna have Quicksilver right after him? We are. Okay, so I figured it out. All right, I got this one. Sauron and Nightcrawler. Oh, I'm going to keep going. We have 5 packs left. So let's see if we can get at least one more Battle Spectra out of this. And as a reminder, too, for everybody that is watching, if you are interested in any of these cards, if you head on over to patreon.com/JeffMay and you sign up for either the rookie card or the Two-Face tier, and you have a specific request, I will send that to you. That is something that we do. I send it out and people will get happy. So that's good. That's fun. Super Skrull right here. And there's lots of really good ones in here. So I'm not going to be like, oh no, these are too valuable to send out. No, these are exactly right. This is what you pay for. And this is why I did this. You know, I dropped money. We got that great Shadow Cat, by the way. Another cool ass Nightmare. I think I know a person I'm sending that to. This basic ass Professor X. Like a real nerd. And that is the last card of that pack. Yeah, there were exclusives, that's for sure. I remember the tin boxes that you could get. I think my friend Tim actually got those. I had one of those friends who was like a latchkey kid, but also, you know, his mom had a really good job. And so he would always get stuff, and I think I remember him getting one of those tins of Marvel Masterpieces, and I was always so jealous that his mom wasn't around. That's what I was jealous of. We got Mojo. We have Sinister. Shadowcat. What series is Shadowcat from? Well, she was in Excalibur, and originally she's from X-Men. Is that what you're asking, Zach? What series she's from? Because yeah, she was at that time Excalibur, but she was an X-Men and big astonishing X-Men when Joss Whedon wrote that. We got that cool Wonder Man and this slick Sleepwalker as well. So yeah, those people that are getting packages this month, or when I say this month, I mean, you know, when I mail them out in July, which I did just mail. I mailed the June ones out yesterday. Shipped them out, so those are like the summer packs. So we have another Mole Man. Yep, that's there. Namor. Another Venom. Look at that. Thor. Speedball. And Thanos. So my doubles stack is, I think it just crested back past my uh, set stack. So that's really fun. I know Tom Ryman. I'm probably going to send Tom Ryman a Venom card because he already tweeted about how he's going to steal one, and he's a big Venom guy. So maybe I'll do that. Unless you guys speak for him, patrons get first dibs, and then my friends can have them. My cool friends, listen to Jeff Has Cool Friends with Tom Ryman. It's going to be free on Tuesday, but available now on my Patreon. So we got this Shadow Cat again. We have this Nightmare. And another lame Professor X. Just sitting there, hanging out with like a cup of tea or something. And Mole Man. And this is it, folks. This is the last pack. The last pack right here with Spider-Man on thing. Now, speaking of which, I've only pulled one Spider-Man out of this pack. Out of this set. This box only provided one. I got more Wolverine versus Sabretooth Battle Spectra cards than I did Spider-Man. So here we go. Last pack. Here we go. First and foremost, a Rogue. That's a safety one for you, Dre. So you can get that Rogue. That's coming your way. Another Shatterstar. Great card. Beautiful, gorgeous card. We got this cool looking Nomad. Is that... Yeah, that's okay. I was wondering if that was paper damage, but that's actually just how it looks. Classic Psylocke, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. I know some of you grew up on these cards and are like, yeah, I would, that's the shit I'm talking about. And then Namorita is our finish there. I mean, what a great set. These are... I wonder if we got the whole set out of this box. We've got to be close. I can probably find that, but this is our singles. This is our set there. And we have our doubles and triples, which, when we put these, it's a little bit, these are the repeats, so a little bit more, obviously. A much better break than I was actually expecting. I'm very excited about that. And of course, we have our Battle Spectra cards here. The Wolvie v Sabretooth and the Thing and Hulk. Not a bad thing to pull on a first pull, by the way. So there we go. I mean, this was really fun. Also, just this Spider-Man. I'm going to put this one. I might get this graded just for display. It's so pretty. I like it so much. But that being said, thank you all. We got, of course, our Spawn cards, our Gremlins 2 cards. Just getting them out there and making it. So we have our Gremlins 2. We have our Marvel Masterpieces. And we also have our Spawn cards here. I'll turn them upside down. Don't forget, everybody, to check out Jeff Has Cool Friends with Tom Ryman, who's going to steal some of these Marvel Masterpieces at patreon.com/JeffMay or wherever you listen to podcasts on Tuesday. The Gremlins 2 episode of Nerd has just dropped, so you're going to check that out. And in July, Soundtracker is going to release my Spawn the Soundtrack episode. Really fun, one of my favorites. Again, if any of these cards speak to you, you have 6 days to sign up for the rookie card tier, and I will send you some of these cards. So even if you just want to do it for 1 month, I mean, it would be lame. But if you just want to get some of these cards and you want to pay a relatively low price for them, this is your chance for it. Again, I hate to say this because it's so absolutely annoying, but if you wouldn't mind subscribing and hitting the bell and all this stuff, like, it does a lot. It does a lot. So I appreciate that. Listen to all my podcasts. Follow me on social media at Hey There Jeffro, which is the same as my YouTube stuff. I don't know what else I can tell you other than if you're here, you probably know I do a lot of stuff. And if you don't, go listen to some of my stuff. I got a lot of great stuff. I should be doing a You Don't Even Like Sports cards before the end of the month as well. I'm going to try to get Adam to do one on Wednesday as well. So there will be even more stuff to go in those packages. But other than that, thank you all for watching, hanging out, having a good time with me. I cherish and adore each and every one of you. And I will see you soon. And yeah, like go to the Patreon, or if not, listen to my shows for free, and then give me at least a positive review. I love you so much. Bye.